in the morning, grab a coffee, check your fit. Hit the ground running, but try not to forget. There is a place where you can go to share some puppy hugs. Slow it down and listen in. Have some caffeine with your friends with Java and Jugs. The best way to start your week, to make that AM commute. Have that hot cup in your hand and wearing something cute.
And don't forget, girls,
there is a place where you can go and bring your favorite mug. Slow it down and listen in. Have some caffeine with your friends with Java and Jugs. Rise up to the day ahead, find a place to sit. We saved a special place for you, so try not to forget. There is a place where you can go with sugar, cream, and love. Slow it down and listen in. Have some caffeine with your friends with Java and Jugs. Careful, it's hot. Spend a Monday with your friends with Java and Jugs. We have mocha, vanilla, hazelnut with Java and Jugs. Coming right up.
Good morning, friends. We hope you had a relaxing weekend and found time for a little light blasphemy. Speaking of blasphemy, today's taboo topic on Java and Jugs is, why do women lose interest in sex? What do we lose it? Well, let's talk about it. And we've got someone here to mansplain at us about all that. It should be enjoyable fun. So thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, ladies, for being here. And how was your weekends? How do survivist that?
I do. That's how I do. How do you do?
I also survived so far.
It's been so cold out there, y'all. I don't know how you're feeling, but it is brittle. Just absolutely killer out there. What about y'all? You doing okay? Staying warm?
I'm just glad I got a heater for this office.
It's comfortable here.
I got a heater too.
Because I didn't have a heater. There's no heat
we
coming
hit
through
80
here.
degrees the other day.
So I'm glad.
Yeah.
Good morning, Woke Donkey Hole. Thank you so much for
Yes.
Oh, I forget what that is. The kind of money that is again already.
Well, it is, okay.
Can't read the symbol.
I'm not
it's a
cultured.
currency unit. So thank you.
Woke Donkey Hole. My donkey hole's woke this morning for a Monday morning.
My. Tell us more about your donkey hole.
Good morning.
Mine's still a little sleepy, but y'all can get me, Wookie.
Why not? Hi, Theo. Good morning. Good to see you, right-handed Sith. I think Chris is here this morning.
Hey.
Early
Chris.
Like,
How are
never
you?
up this early,
Is that
except
you?
every other day he's up this early.
I know, right? I don't think he can help but just up early. Poor Chris. It's just normal for him.
I know.
Yeah. Not
At the
me.
art encounter, he was like, folks, I wake up
Why am I
really
not
early
hearing her?
in mountain time, and now we're in Eastern time, so it's gonna
Are
be
you
crazy
married or
early. So
something?
if you see some random dude wandering around in the middle of the night, it's
Come
probably
out your
just
microphone.
Maybe refresh. Might need to
Oh,
refresh, Kelly.
Did we break it?
Oh, I don't hear. Okay.
No, I can hear you, but I think Kelly's having trouble.
Let me go. I'll come back.
Oh my.
I'll be right back then.
Yeah.
I hear everybody but her.
Oh.
Everyone but Ember?
It must be
Maybe.
the topic. Sex scared the YouTube. The YouTubes doesn't know what to do.
Microphone was scandalized.
YouTube lost
and
interest
had to
in
get out of here.
YouTube is the one who lost interest in sex. It's not women. It's YouTube.
YouTube. It's all YouTube.
Mhm.
It's all-
Maybe
Well,
YouTube was tired
the
of people
oligarchs generally,
explaining
but-
sex.
I mean,
to
well, okay, in fairness, the oligarchs haven't lost interest in sex, just sex with people over a certain age.
it. Sure. Well,
Oops.
Epstein, what?
You can still join if you wanna.
Trump,
You
huh?
can do that.
Come on.
We do
Come
have
on.
quite a selection of hosts who sometimes are on this show. You can find the list of all of them on betterthanember.com under the creators tab. There's a whole section just for the hosts of the show. I think there's currently 9 of us on the roster. It changes from time to time, but you never know who's going to pop up. Well,
Pop
okay,
up.
in fairness, it's usually Ryan or I or both are definitely here because someone has to push the damn button. But other than that,
I usually am. Usually.
Speaking of pop off, we have right-handed Sith. I'm not up early. I'm up very late. I don't know what you're doing up very late, but I think the
That's
topic,
me. I'm gonna be up
That's
very late.
late. Wow.
hot topic. But I mean, it's a hot topic, but really having a dude tell us why we are or are not, or how we think or feel about our bodies and sex is kind of like creepy. Like, ugh.
I know. I'm like,
giving
it's
1940.
Valentine's week, right? Like we're on this coming Saturday. It's like 6 days away, and I'm like having a man. There's so much to this man. So I came across him doing research for another video that'll be coming up on Learn Together Live in the next couple of weeks, which, for those of you who don't know, is a show that follows this show over on my channel, Better Than Ember. Not just this show, but the Daily Atheist Morning Show also. It's not important. The point is, I came across this dude. He used to work for Fox News for like 20 years. His channel is called Elephants in Rooms, which he doesn't mean is in the subject like a topic. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. He means it like elephants like Republicans. There should be Republicans in every room telling everyone how to live all the time. The biggest big government you could admit. Amazing. And so he has these thoughts. He's like, I'm gonna tell you why all women always, period, no matter what, lose interest in sex.
Also he
It's
wow,
I
okay.
think I'm losing interest in you, bro. Like,
I
I
gotta know
you.
this. Tell me what I don't know about my own body.
I know. I mean, we've all
Right?
been mansplained too, but like
Oh,
this
yeah.
dude is just amazing. So we're gonna have a bunch of fun with that. But before we get started, backstage before we went live, we were discussing and some of us have thoughts about this Bad Bunny. Now we have talked about Bad Bunny before on the show, so we can't feign total ignorance, but it just strikes me as funny that it's like we're in the pre-Easter period, and so we get like a pre-Easter bunny sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
even
would.
did like
Oh,
Easterish.
look at your
colors.
nails. Okay.
Ooh,
They're
nice.
pretty.
Pretty
Ooh.
They're
Pink
beautiful.
and
Oh, those are so
teal.
cute.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
was feeling my Bad Bunny self. That's as good as artful as I could get you guys. Sorry, that's as
Oh, it's great.
I like
better
them,
than
though.
mine.
Yeah, I
I'll
just have
try.
mine plain.
Yeah,
Me
mine
too.
are just shiny.
Mine are just
I've got 2
I
colors.
get my nails done. They break all
bunny,
the
the
time
bad
in the
bunny.
plant life. So I'm like,
I
whatever.
had dreams of the
Mhm.
bunny bouncing, hopping down the road, hippity hoppity bouncing all the way. Oh, sorry, sorry, Bad
Jeffrey,
Bunny.
you muted, or are we just not talking to you?
Say
Was
again.
muted?
I was asking if you're muted because it looked like you were saying something, but I couldn't hear a damn thing.
That's
don't
how
know
it was with you.
I don't. Maybe
And
it's like the sound override system because it does not like when more than one of us talks at a time. It's like, oh no, multiple women, we have to mute everything.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yes.
Hope you had a good
Yay.
weekend. We're able to
I
do
do-
some last thing.
I do love how a lot of conservative media, especially like last night, I saw more than one person claim that Bad Bunny is not American.
Oh no. Oh
They have
no.
no fucking idea.
Oh no.
Exactly. It's the same people as the trans issue, and for the same reason, they're like, we can always tell, and they can never fucking tell.
No.
I know.
They're intentioning. It is willful ignorance at this point.
Question.
Yeah, it is.
Google is just away.
I know. Go
The
ahead, Skylar.
halftime show when Trump went to the Super Bowl.
I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
I
Because
don't know.
didn't they make a big deal about it then? And I'm trying to remember who it was.
I don't.
Was
I
it
don't
the
remember.
the dude who has the beef with the other dude about touching minors? Is
Oh
that why
gosh.
Trump went? Was he interested in that?
And he went to that Tyler's Point in North Dakota. And that where it was at?
We'll
I
just
have no
bomb
idea.
somebody. Don't worry. We'll fix that real quick.
I just was sitting there.
I was
Bomb
about to
someone.
say I don't pay attention to pro football, so
I mean,
I
I
have no idea.
get to the style, you hang out with friends, have a few beers, eat some good food. That's what it's about for me. Because if the Lions are never gonna win anyway, so I just go for
Oh,
that.
you just giving up on that. You just want to enjoy the party at this point.
Before I was born, they ain't winning. So I'm
Aw.
sorry. I mean,
God.
you know, we get close sometimes. Hello, we need
Somebody
a
has
scholar
feelings
we need a
about the
scholar in the
topic.
house, and there she comes.
Puppies.
It's either football or sex. I don't know which is the topic that's kind of
No,
worked you up.
I'd
Don't
rather
know.
have garlic bread.
Oh, garlic. Maybe it was garlic bread.
Yeah, but no, I was sitting there like when he started the whole thing, and people understand is that we do not have an official language.
mhm.
Well, that's
Our
a
Technically
different
we do
minority.
now,
somebody
but
else's.
Oh, we
Yeah.
do now.
Language is the language of the
yeah,
colonized.
because of
Official in the same
because of
way
the
the name
dumbass
of
in
the
the White
Gulf
House,
of
yeah.
Mexico is
But-
officially different.
But
But the
before
fact
that,
that the
no,
whole
we
thing
didn't
in
have an
Spanish,
official
I was
language.
so happy. I was saying, I don't understand what he's saying, but yes, he's not saying
There.
nothing in English. Yes, I was so
Mhm.
happy, and I wish Lady Gaga said her part in Spanish too. That'd have been perfect.
Pissed everybody
I
off.
mean,
Piss everybody off.
and the thing that I loved about it is that it was the perfect way to piss off all of MAGA. Because when they got to the end of it, it was just all, we're all Americans, love is better than hate. Never said Trump, never said anything about that, never said anything about anything that's going on. Just that one message, and it sends them into a spiral.
They had the worst turning point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had turning point to watch. What are you watching? What are you watching that? They said they weren't gonna watch it anyway.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
watch it
were
today because I
watching
just want to see how bad it was.
that
I
white
just-
fella talk about how it should be mandatory to have sex with underage girls.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Who said that?
Kid
The,
Rock.
the guy who likes to shoot his
Oh,
beer
yes,
with an
that's right. He said it's statutory, but some say it's mandatory. Yes, he
Mhm.
did say that. He said a lot of racist things too. He's used the N-word.
He's a
said
dude from
derogatory
Oh,
Michigan.
yeah.
just
Oh,
in
he's
front of the Confederate flag. I mean,
Confederate flag. I mean, he's obviously all American. This is the all American that people like Erica Kirk and Turning Point want to put to the forefront and say is family values. Here, guys, look, we have family values. This is our performer because he speaks English, so it's family values.
Mhm.
Yeah, family values my ass.
That's what
well,
matters.
remember, family values has always been a synonym for white supremacy values.
Exactly.
Stop.
Only
It was one
certain
of the earlier dog, before we even had the term dog whistle. Like Jerry Falwell was doing that shit. Family values, we have to push the migrants out. What does that have to do with family, Jerry? What are we doing?
right?
Mhm.
What the heck? Like they're a majority Christian, you dipshit. Talking about family values. Don't you want everybody to be Christian? Here you go. Here's your opportunity. You could have an influx of Christians. Christian values. Oh, it's not the right kind. I see.
Uh-huh. They're the wrong flavor of Christian. They're not real Christians. They're real Christians speak English like Jesus did.
Oh my gosh. But people believe that, Ember. Like I'm shaking my head because I think people really just kind of imagine Jesus like with blue eyes and pale skin and this light wavy brown hair.
Yeah, I don't know if
English.
ever.
Well,
told you guys.
that's sort of why the debate sphere recently has kind of taken a new tack on MAGA. That they're
You're an echo.
uneducated or evil. because either they're very, very stupid to believe this bullshit, or they know it's wrong and they're saying it anyway because they're evil. It has to be one of those. I am also hearing an echo.
I think it might be Jess.
I do as
Maybe
well.
turn your mic just a touch, or your speaker down just a touch, maybe.
Is that any better?
I don't
Somebody
know.
else talk. You talk, Ember.
You guys.
I know, for some reason, it's my voice that's causing all the trouble today. Well, that's sort of the issue, isn't it? It's women's voices causing trouble in the world today.
Of course.
I think that's.
What are we
I think
doing
it's
if we're not
okay.
causing trouble?
Good. Okay.
I don't know.
I
What
think
would
we're-
guys
I think
what
we're
would they
good
do
now.
without something to complain about? To get emotional about, you know?
Right?
Get hyper hyper fixated on, and you know,
Bloody
hysterical.
hell. All right, let's take a quick break, and then we'll meet this week's fun new friend.
I can't
yeah.
wait.
Mm-mm.
New friend. No new friends.
I've kind of ever since Dr. Kip put in her appearance there, I'm like, we have to do puppies first. It's just the rules.
Life with dogs. What can I say?
Yeah,
Por qué no los dos?
but not to worry. We have Jugs flavored breaks coming up soon. Like the Super Bowl, stay tuned for the commercials.
Sometimes I chill or hang out at the bar, but I never stay long or go very far. You could say I am lame or that I am fickle, but I'd rather be at home playing with my pickle. That's my dog, she's a big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real. Don't take offense if I don't answer the phone. Instead I'm loving on my girl and giving her a bone. People call me a dud, like a busted missile, but I'd rather be in my bed, petting my pickle. That's my doggy, she's a big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real. That's my dog, she's a big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real. It's not that I don't like you or wanna hang out, but if I had to choose, never was there a doubt. If you need to feel good, in fact it might tickle, you should come to my house and wrestle with my pickle. That's my big deal. That's my dog, let's keep it real.
I wrote that one, Woke Donkey Hole, but the actual music is AI. But I wrote the lyrics.
Hell yeah, it's a Ryan special, and
Mm-hmm.
there's more goodies still to come. But if you're new here, please take a second to listen to Bree.
It's okay. You can touch it. You can touch it if you want to. I won't tell anybody. And I won't hurt you.
I love that so much.
I know. Free.
Oh my god, I love it too much. Oh fuck, I'm sorry. I'm like, I think I'm a little rosy cheeked after.
Well, you know, sometimes Bree joins us, but sometimes she can't for whatever reason, often because it's too damn early. She is, after all, a queen of the night. But now we can have her with us in spirit to tell us to touch our buttons.
Yes, flick the button. You can touch the button if it's consensual. You know, however you want your button touched, it's fine. Just please feel free to touch it.
Gently stroke the button. Pass the button around. The button likes it when you share it with friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some buttons might be private at first, but They open up if you touch it right. I'm
You
sorry.
can get
It
you can
devolved.
get more from your experience by making use of your buttons.
Indeed.
Yes.
It's just helpful hints. Just trust us. Take our advice. Not
I
this
know.
advice. Not
That's
this advice.
our romance for today. And now we're gonna meet somebody who has no fucking idea. This should be delightful, probably, maybe. At least amusing.
We shall
All right.
see.
Let's play with our friend. Like a cat plays with the mouse, I suppose.
Why do women lose interest in sex?
So right out of the gate,
Don't touch me.
do women lose interest? This it has Ben Shapiro energy. It's saying orgasms aren't real because I've never seen one. Like that's a you problem, Beth.
Maybe they lose interest
Very
in you
much
because
so.
you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Is it,
I think it
do
sounds like
women
personal
lose
Maybe you're a
gossip.
one-stroke dude.
or do women lose interest in sex with you?
It feels like a confession, right? Like he's telling us the quiet part out loud, like way too loud, embarrassingly. So
Now it's
Man, we only
Ryan.
got through the first sentence and he already scared Lil off.
I'll be right back because somehow I can't hear Ryan now.
And Kelly. We're
what the heck is happening?
dropping like flies, folks.
Oh no.
Okay. Now I hear everybody. That's weird. Okay.
All right.
That's the common
I don't
belief.
know.
But is it really true? And does it go beyond women? Because
that's
some
fine.
studies show that couples today
Does it go beyond women?
Family studies.
Sex
The
recession.
Institute of
Interesting.
Family Studies. Oh goodness, we're gonna have to do some research today, aren't we?
I was gonna say, what do we know about them?
I mean, it's just a throwaway reference source for him, but it wouldn't hurt to know. Let's see. About Us, Institute of Family Studies. The mission of the Institute for Family Studies, IFS, is to strengthen marriage and family life and advance the welfare of children through research and public education. Known for its objective and inclusive studies that attract attention and respect from across the ideological spectrum, the Institute's programs and platforms focus on marriage, child well-being, family formation, parenting, and the role of technology in family life. By carefully and accurately documenting the changing contours of contemporary family life, as well as the central role of marriage and family play in the lives of children, adults, and the common weal, IFS seeks to elevate the family to the top of the nation's policy and cultural agenda, where it can be received the recognition and the response it deserves. Strong families make strong societies. Fragile families make fragile societies. This is the insight that informs the work of IFS.
Yeah, that sounds like a bunch of bull crap.
That does. 100%.
That just you came on so strong. It's like you were saying, like, I didn't steal it. And you're holding it in your hand. I didn't steal it, officer. I didn't steal it.
This is the bottom of the About Us page. Donate. Credit cards, checks, donor funds, socks.
Oh yeah,
socks.
I noticed the same thing with like TPUSA and other like think tanks. Yeah, it seems to be this playbook. Wow.
Family values. Give us your money.
What is that called? The Rosetta Stone. I feel like it's the Rosetta Stone of this type of fashion, this type of industry. They know how to get the bucks, drive the bucks.
I heard a noise. There we go. Kelly has returned. Huzzah.
So AJ says conservatives want people to have more sex so they have more babies and more Christians, but not any kind of sex because anything other than vanilla sex is sin. Right. It is
That's how you get genocide.
to the extent that they want to like be in your bed and know where your mouth is going. Ew.
So even just me being in the room is too much because I bring a little spice.
They want Jesus in your mouth 24/7.
Jesus likes to watch. You know, I mean, he
It's
likes to
demented.
watch.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, like do it like damn, like God is like looking at me doing this. I used to think that. Damn, that's really messed up.
Wild. They're constantly like marriage is one man and one woman, and both of you should be fucking Jesus. Everyone. It's a one giant polycule for Jesus.
It's perverse the amount of time they spend thinking about our genitalia and what we do with it.
Yeah. No. No.
I mean, at the very least, pay us for it. Like, if you're gonna constantly fantasize about our genitals, send us some fucking money. You know?
Yeah, that's what I did have a friend, and she was like, "Whoever thought to do that?" Like, who thought was the first one that thought to do that? Like, I was like, damn.
Don't want to know.
Yeah, like who thought that was okay?
As opposed to oh daddy.
I don't like.
I don't know.
Dear Heavenly Dad.
For some reason, but it always strikes me as really fucking creepy.
Yeah, I don't want to yuck people's yum. It is not for me. I don't. It's not something I agree with.
Yeah, like to me, oh God is actually the superior. I mean, there's probably better things you could scream, like your current lover's name,
right,
or your former lover's name if you want to make your current lover go fucking wild. But
maybe not.
There's like a hierarchy. We should make a tier list of things you can scream in bed and how effective they are.
Yes, how safe it is.
Right.
I don't want to do the research. I'm not going to be the one to do research. Good morning, Scott.
Oh, you're thinking we should do a practical study?
Could do.
For science.
For science.
For science.
Sex for science. Okay, what is this study even about? I've already forgot.
Oh, he's telling us that sex is falling off a cliff somehow with this totally sciencey graph, which says percent of couples 18 to 64 who have sex weekly versus year. So apparently he knows every couple 18 to 64, and they're all telling him whether they're having sex weekly or not.
I didn't have no life when I was 18, ain't even doing nothing. I got a life. I work every day. Got responsibilities. You might have kids. Duh, sir.
It's interesting that, I mean, I'm quite confident this data is completely fucking made up, but the fact that there's only this little bitty bloop in 2020 and then it goes right back up.
Like, that's all you was doing, staying at home. Might as well.
If it keeps on going this way, soon it will be 0%, and then there won't be any more babies. Population issue, and that's always the thing with these fuckwads. Is we have to force our wives to have sex for population reasons. The birth rate. The world will be all brown people if we don't make more little white people.
Yeah, but the tech bros just want AI babies.
Yeah. That could be fun. I mean, it could be creepy as hell, because I don't know about y'all, but I've spoken to some AIs from time, like it
Have you talked to the Catholic one, Ember?
I have not. Some people suggested that I should, but I don't think there's really much to discuss because it can only like cite catechisms and shit. I mean, I know a couple. I know Matt Dillahunty debated it. I know Alex O'Connor debated it, and they both got it backed up into a loop. But like, it's a robot. Making it chase its tail in a circle is like, okay, cool, but meh. I don't know. Anyhow, tangents.
Less sex than couples did 20 or 30 years ago. And the sharpest drop isn't among your grandparents. It's young couples in their 20s and 30s living together.
Oh, I see. I was going to say citation needed because his previous thing is just 18 to 64 all jumbled together. But now the BBC is telling us how millennials are. First, we ruin marriage by just not getting married because who can afford marriages, right? Like it's a one-day ceremony that costs more than you make in the entire fucking year. So people just aren't doing marriages anymore. But also, at the same time as we're not in marriages and not having children, we're also apparently not having sex in the marriages that we don't have. From the BBC, which is absolutely a top-notch newsworthy source in the 21st century.
Oh my goodness gracious. And people really think that too. Because they have a license. So it's a little different.
It's a legacy media thing, you know?
Yeah, but it's also just because the way they do their advertising, it's different. You have to buy like a license or whatever, so they don't have like the advertisements that we do here. So people think, well, they're not as bought out. That don't mean shit. It just means the money's coming from somewhere else for some other reason. That's all.
It's a bit more federal, but you know what? We could do an episode on the BBC if we really want to.
Not that we want to. Trust me, not that we want to at all.
Yeah.
Well,
Married or not, I'm Ken LaCourte. I do my best to research into uncomfortable topics and tell you what I learn. And
he does his best to research into topics to make him uncomfortable and then tell you what he thinks. Despite the research. Like, he says this because remember, he worked for Fox News for like 20 years. So he's going to tell you, I looked into this and then I'll tell you what I learned. But he's going to tell you what he walked into the question already believing and show you the things he used to confirm that viewpoint. Fucking wild. Like he even names the channel is called Elephants in Room. Yeah. It's almost a brilliant thing because he's like saying we have to talk about the elephant that's in the room, and there's an elephant in every room, but the elephant is also the Republican logo. So it's like there should be elephants in every room in the Republican sense. I'm like, motherfucker, this guy.
We
he's
do
just
not
like
want that.
he's soaked in propaganda. I mean, the elephant has a fucking podcaster headset and he doesn't. What's going on?
this one is fascinating because so many of the common beliefs about women and desire are just wrong. The stereotype says women cool off because they're just less sexual than men. The assumption is that evolution created men who would spread their seed.
The assumption, notice the framing, right? Like there's
Evolution created
stereotypes and they're just wrong. And then the next thing he says is the assumption is evolution created, connecting it to that idea of other things that are just wrong, but also creating this framing where he's the open-minded guy who's going to rebut the stereotypes, but debunking a straw man of your own position doesn't mean you're actually more open-minded than that position.
Oh my gosh.
Far and wide, and women just didn't have to be that into it. But it doesn't really seem to be that. Today we'll start with the main question. Is it true that women lose interest in sex? Then we'll look at a gender divide. And
once we've decided that our thing is true, we're just going to move on.
See how men and women's desire change in different ways throughout a relationship. We'll look at how overload and resentment can tank a sex.
It's also important to note this gender divide thing. It presupposes that despite what he just said us about stereotypes, all women are the same and all men are the same and there's nothing else.
Yep, black and white.
And then overload and
I don't think he even asked the woman.
I don't know if he knows women.
Yeah, he had no idea.
Life, along with how familiarity kills desire.
And this is the point that made me suggest it to the group, because this is red pill bullshit right here. For me and a lot of people, there's only desire after there's already familiarity, you know?
Yeah.
Like, feeling safe around someone, feeling able to express your interest, that's the only way the flame ever kindles, you know?
Oh my goodness. He knows so little about women. Wow.
Because I don't want to leave things totally hopeless, we'll look at how things can turn around. Let's start with the premise of
he's the prophet who's going to show us how to turn the Titanic around.
Oh God, no way. No how.
No, no, thank you. No.
My basement is completely dry. There's no way he's gonna flood my basement.
He was so sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fucking hell.
the video. Is it true that women lose interest in sex? Or is that just an unfair stereotype? Well, yeah, they do. But in certain situations, and that's a part that everyone misunderstands. Women don't lose the...
All women do the same thing in the same way for the same reason. And
Yes.
a man, like, he's not even asking fucking Laura Ingraham to come on and, like, give an opinion as a woman. He's just saying, this is how women are, my bros.
This is a
And he's
news
the only
flash.
one that gets it.
This is a news flash. All five of us are just carbon copies of each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Different flavors of the same copy.
Yep.
Can
Okay,
I be
let's do a little
coconut flavored?
BuzzFeed quiz. If you could be a flavor, who would you be?
I mean, I'm
Coconut.
already caramel, so that's just, you know.
Caramel, did you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, that's
Fair
what
enough.
I'm being known for.
Coconut mocha.
Ooh, yum yum.
That's what I got.
Oh,
I got a
no,
coconut
are we
mocha.
saying coffee flavors? I am kind of like a mocha, but
It's called
yeah.
a cocoa. I love it. It's so good.
Nice, nice.
I don't know what I'd be. No idea. I'd have to really think about it.
Cappuccino.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, it's very coffee, but also kind of milky.
Milky, milky. I love black
What
licorice.
were you thinking, Jess? How did we get into coffee flavored ice creams?
Oh,
Like we just jumped from.
I thought we were talking about what flavor. I didn't know we was
Cocoa.
talking about coffee. We was talking about flavor.
Never mind.
That sounds good though.
Oh,
Right?
fucking hell.
Looking at some men would make you think if stupid was flavor. Sorry, guys. That was funny.
Oh, somebody said coffee with a pinch of whiskey. Hey, what I'm talking about.
I know it's like it. All the ice cream is coffee. Maybe it's because of the show. You know, there's Java, there's Jugs. Like, there's milk in a lot of places. Mm.
True.
Oh, boy.
we get you full on this morning show.
Oh, goodness. All right, let's take a minute to talk about some Jugs. Let's take a short recess.
You're watching Java and Jugs. Yes, the Java is coffee. Yes, the Jugs are, well, you're adults, you've noticed. We're stepping away for a quick bio break. That's right, hydration checks, caffeine refills, and the collective experience of trying to stand up gracefully when gravity has opinions. While we're gone, take a moment to appreciate the important things in life. Critical thinking, religious skepticism, and the miracle of supportive undergarments. When we're back, we'll be questioning gods, institutions, and anyone who thinks women can't talk politics without being distracting. Java and Jugs, brains up here, boobs also here, evidence everywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
That break brought to you by How to Rule an Asteroid. That's Jess down here in the middle. And
Okay.
she has a channel too, you know. It's
Love
called
your
How to Rule an
jokes,
Asteroid.
Jess.
And she makes really cool stuff. Even
Jess
when
was
you.
the best commercials and ads. She did one for my channel featuring my dog, which is like the best thing I've ever seen. Like, it makes me smile every time I see it. So
Really, it makes
Yeah,
me
I can.
smile too. That made me fangirl as well.
Yeah, her.
Say again.
Kip Davis, Dr. Kip thought that it was pretty cool, and I think at one point he said it made him cry a little bit, and
Wow.
he's shown it on his channel
Yeah.
a few times. Yeah.
How sweet. Oh, he's such a sweetheart, isn't
That was
he?
so
Really
cute
is.
though. I
We call him Dr.
yeah.
Kill, but like he's such a sweetheart.
Yeah,
so
like
funny.
it cracks me up though. If someone says Dr. Kip, I have to think, are they talking about the biblical scar or are they talking about my dog?
Yes.
I mean, it is your own fault. You
It
kind
is.
of asked.
I wasn't expecting to be on live though. So like she would have never been on camera.
You chose this life, Lilith. You chose
Yes,
this
I
life.
did. I'm the maker of my own misery, but oh well.
So anyway, sorry, go ahead, Jess.
No, that was me. Speaking
Oh,
of
there was
Dr. Kip, he
oh,
will
go
be
ahead.
on my show Wednesday.
Who will?
Dr.
Kip?
Kip, not the
Ooh.
dog, the human shaped, will be on my show.
The human
Talking about the
one?
difference between the differences and similarities between biblical slavery and chattel slavery. We'll be discussing that on Wednesday.
Oh, that's a really essential
Interesting.
topic to talk about. I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so that's what
Not because it's fun, but just because
I
it's
had to
essential.
plug that real quick.
Yeah, it's an essential
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can't wait
because
for that.
so many people are just like simple view of the Bible. They're like, oh, well, this is clearly the same as antediluvian chattel slavery. But then the apologists are like, no, it's nothing like that, and therefore doesn't count as slavery at all. And as is often the case, the truth is somewhere between the extremes, but you have to do a little homework.
Mm-hmm.
All right, before you push play again, I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody. I have an appointment I've got to make it to. So we'll see you all later. And
Love you.
Love you,
Thank
Jeff.
you for coming, Nurse. It's always lovely to see you.
Oh.
All right. We are deprived of our asteroid, but we must
Little
continue.
monkeys jumping on the bed, one fall off above their head. We love Jess.
Ability to get aroused, and they don't lose the ability to enjoy sex. What really fades.
Well, it turns out he has that exactly backwards.
What did he say?
The women don't lose the ability to get aroused. Women lose no, hold on. I'll just back the damn thing up.
Yeah, I want to make sure I heard that correctly too.
Doop, doop. Nope, too far. Damn it, Ember. Where's it go? Okay.
And they don't lose the ability to enjoy sex. What really fades is that.
Damn it, it's not pausing when I tell it to pause. There's a delay. But sometimes we do lose the ability to enjoy sex.
Yeah.
Like you can get aroused, but it still hurts. And there's workarounds, like they make lube and whatnot, but sometimes there's a medical issue. Or
there's all kinds of
sometimes
issues.
a hormonal issue. Or
like
I mean, there can be issues, you know? It's like saying, you know, men don't lose the ability to be aroused, but they also don't lose the ability to get erections. Like, no, some men do. Yeah.
Man, I don't think that's what
That
they
happens.
have the little blue pill for.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a oversimplification, really.
Yeah, the broad brushing. I'm not going to stereotype, but watch me call all women exactly the same. You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
That spontaneous, I need you right now feeling that had you both running into the bedroom in year one.
So for many people, that doesn't happen immediately right away. You see someone beautiful and you're like, take my clothes off. But I mean, sometimes it does, and it's wonderful when it does. It's a delightful feeling. But for some people, you build up to that, and it doesn't really reach a climax until much later. And the cool thing about that is that in that kind of relationship, you don't get that early supernova and then long expansive gas just drifting out across the universe. You get a slow build to stellar ignition that then burns for billions of years, to stick with the metaphor. Like, you don't reach the peak until a ways into the relationship, sometimes years into the relationship. But once you get there, it burns so brightly for so long. It's just silly to try to compare the two.
That's a good analogy.
Just shows up.
Space works for, first of all, you're biased, but second, space works for a surprising number of analogies.
Yes, I am a little biased, but
Clearly, when you look at women in different contexts, a single woman, a woman in a new romance, or a woman.
I just want to call attention to the fact that Chris's bot is talking to Chris's bot.
Yeah, no, hold on, what the hell?
It's excited.
Yeah.
Look, this topic gets everybody titillated. What can we say? It's exuberating.
Having an
Yeah.
affair often report high sexual interest. The desire didn't disappear. It just stopped working in the same relationship.
So what he's saying is that people have affairs and experience desire and excitement during the affair. So he's taking this as evidence that sex drive doesn't diminish. The problem must be being in a relationship for too long. That's what kills desire, not your age or your position in life or whatever. Never mind all the other factors. Like, when you're in a regular relationship, you're building a life with someone and you're doing stuff together. You're putting a house together, you're dealing with bills, you're paying for cars, you're raising kids, you're doing all the various
Priorities
things.
change.
Yeah, life gets
Where you put
heavy.
your
And your
energy,
relationship with your primary
like the way
partner
you-
is part of your stressful everyday life. Whereas an affair, a thing you're not supposed to be doing, is completely separate and therefore isn't weighed
Secret.
down by the other stressors that are impacting your regular relationships. They're exciting not just because they're forbidden, but they're also a kind of vacation. They're freedom from the stress you associate with the other
But
relationships.
also,
And
too,
this is
sex
regardless
gets
of
better in
gender.
relationships. But sex also gets better in relationships.
Mm.
So, I mean, maybe he'll say that, but where's that at? Like, if anything, with my relationship, I feel like it's just gotten better and better because we know each other, we trust each other, and we feel comfortable saying whatever, we want to say and do, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know,
Exactly.
other likes, I cannot understate how important that is. Like, so many people are like, oh, new people all the time, yada yada. It's the same sort of people who think virgins are desirable because they're tighter. But really, first of all, you can't tell a difference. We certainly can't tell a difference from your fucking tiny, never mind. But also, like, knowing what you're doing matters a whole lot more, you know?
I honestly, like, that whole, like, virgin thing is super creeps me out
then it wants to be
nowadays, knowing what I
experienced.
know about sex. What'd you say, Kelly?
Then it wants you to be experienced and know all these different stuff. How you gonna do that if I never had no experience before? But you want me to seem like I have experience.
That's what they want. They want that in the streets. They want you to be prim and proper and not know anything and be demure and meek and mild. And then in the bed, they want you to be able to do this, that, and the other thing with zero experience. They want you to turn it off and on like a light switch. It's just it really is creepy and perverse.
It's literally why the Victorians were so screwed up, because they
Pickle.
had this gender standard that women had to be fucking innocent, pure Snow White, never touched a man, never even kissed a boy in the streets, but then the apprentices of the Marquis de Sade in the sheets, you know?
Yes. No, seriously, but that's exactly what it feels
It's
like.
not even an exaggeration. And
No,
since we
like, as a
still have
J-dub.
Victorian concepts of gender, the
Exactly.
Victorian concepts of sexuality are part of it too.
Yeah. It's like we can't let go of that.
But good news, we have a woke donkey hole. which is one of the best names I've ever seen, I have to say.
I know, I really like it.
Sends us 100 of a currency and says that's what happens when you force people to stick to missionary. You may have meant I should spell that out, but I like this way better.
Still early.
More coffee.
Donkey
And
hole.
thanks for the super chat.
Super chat.
I like your rubles.
Oh yeah. Oh look, Lil of all trades is here.
Hello. Welcome.
Where is that crazy bitch?
Rupees. Rupee.
Crazy Leo.
Thank you for your rupee.
I knew that crazy bitch was around here somewhere.
Chris says, I believe it's rupees. It could be rupees. I'm honestly, I'm not super great with currencies to begin with, and I can't see a fucking thing on my monitor. I
don't know what that means.
For those of you who don't know, my monitor broke several months ago. I can't afford to replace it, so I've repurposed one of my photography preview screens.
Oh,
it's
dear.
not a monitor, but I'm doing my best.
Wowsies. Damn, make it work.
In one British survey, 34% of women in long-term relationships said they'd lost interest in sex for at least.
And 15% of men, let's not forget that part that you also highlighted, asshole.
Yeah, boy, he really is tilting this, isn't he?
3 months during the past year. Less than half of men said the same. And the gap widened the longer the couples were together. Men's desire stayed pretty consistent. Women's plummeted.
Who did that study? What study was that? You're going to call this data, like you're citing one source and you don't even name the source. Maybe he did and I missed it. I do interrupt.
Don't know.
I didn't hear it.
In fairness, does it say? I mean, there's an advertisement for the MNT newsletter, but that doesn't mean that's where this is from because it's an advertisement. Maybe it's where it's from. Oh, it probably is. Because it says up here, Medical News Today reported. Okay, so this is an article talking about Medical News Today, but appears to be advertising for medical. It's probably Medical News Today. So let's find out who is Medical News Today. I don't think we're going to finish it. This is a short video, but there's so much side bullshit. Medical News Today. Let's see. What is it? Nope, that's about the medical industry. Because I want to find out about them. Because the American Medical Association has their own news department and from their own website and also their own journals. Like, what is the purpose of a website called Medical News Today? It feels kind of scam flavored. All right, we'll just look at their website. What do we got here? Podcast is Sleep, the Missing Piece in Mental Health. Maybe that sounds vaguely related. Is this why dementia affects more women? How menopause alters? That's weird because I don't think that's true. Like, I mean, I'm not exactly a gerontologist, but I've been in a lot of nursing homes, and while there is dementia in women, it's nearly exclusively men. Physical activity may help prolong lifespan. Oh, we know what type of physical activity. Oh, yeah. That's core exercise right there, baby. Medicare costs 3 key change. This is like old people news. Like, what are we doing? Old people news talking about how young people don't have sex anymore. What the absolute fuck?
That ain't true at all.
They're
Can
truly
fiber help
obsession. They're really obsessed.
They be doing it too much. I'm a little badass kid.
I don't know what to make of them, but whatever. Tangent.
Widened the longer the couples were together. Men's desire stayed pretty consistent. Women's plummeted after the honeymoon phase.
That's not what you just said. You said men's falls off at half the rate as women's, but it does fall off. Not that it stays consistent. So what do you mean? This is a literally special pleading before our eyes. It's saying this outlier data we can draw broad conclusions about women from, but the same data source that doesn't apply for men. We shouldn't make hasty generalizations based on one data point. Get the fuck out of here.
Study that tracked over 1,800 young adults found the same pattern. Women's desire declined the longer they stayed with the same partner. Men didn't show that decline.
Okay, so this is what it actually says is the variation of sexual motivation with duration of partnership is analyzed in data from a survey of German students. The sample of 1865 includes only students aged 19 to 32 who reported to be heterosexual and to live in a steady partnership. Main results are 1, sexual activity and sexual satisfaction decline in women and men as the duration of partnership increases, and 2, sexual desire declines only in women. So they have 2 contradictory results in the abstract, which I realize a lot of people are not super literate in papers. First of all, it's explicitly German study, which means this is a translation. Often in studies, they will say, here's the hypothesis, here's what we think we'll find, so here's the anti-hypothesis, what will falsify our hypothesis. If we find this, our hypothesis is definitely false. This is not the conclusion, it's the abstract. So that could be what they're saying, is here are the 2 possible results. But our nitwit friend here is saying these are the conclusive results they found after the testing. and also there's a third one, that desire for tenderness declines in men and rises in women. What? It's women who are more interested in intimacy and men want it less? What? But we're not going to highlight that, are we? Let's find out.
Oh, of course not.
What's interesting is that
nope, we're not. We're just going to cut it off. Nope. Science literacy, folks. It is not the right wing's advantage. In fact, there have been blog posts about this, how right-wing influencers, the guys who tell the influencers what their talking points are, have said we have to be careful about citing studies and data because they support the left, like every time. We can't argue with the left on data because the data supports them, unfortunately, which is why we need to make stronger appeals to emotion and whatnot, because it's the only way we're going to convince it. God forbid they realize the data doesn't back them and change their position. Fuck no, we can't have that. We don't want to believe true things. We just want to control people. Fucking hell.
Women don't suddenly become non-sexual. They shift from what researchers call spontaneous desire, waking up horny. Think
what researchers call it that? I mean, I'm confident there are researchers who refer to that, but
waking up horny. Why did it make me sick hearing him say waking up horny?
Yeah.
It made me really uncomfortable.
Waking up horny.
Men don't even have to wake up to be horny. My goodness. Ever since I was like in my mid-teens, people were talking about nocturnal emission. Like, what is this weirdness you're talking? What the fuck?
Freaking frack. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy.
Talking about sex unprompted to a responsive desire. They don't feel a spark out of nowhere. But what
he shows a clip of a woman clearly initiating.
Right?
About how women will never initiate. They only respond.
Once something gets them in the mood, they can still get fully turned on and enjoy it. Dr. Rosemary Basson, a Canadian physician, created a popular...
Oh, look, a woman!
Model of female sexual response cycle. Okay.
This will go well.
Basson circular model of...
Okay. Y'all take a look while I check this source.
Okay.
Okay, so it says intimacy-based model of female sexual response cycle. So at the top, it starts out with emotional intimacy. leads to sexual stimuli. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Seeking out and being receptive to. I'm sorry, I missed that part. Seeking out and being receptive to. So, what are they saying? The spontaneous sex drive, that's what we lose. So, whereas before we would just be inserting our spontaneous sex drive in, but then we eventually lose that.
I don't know. It just looks like they're saying words that they think go together in a certain order.
So it looks as though they're accepting that biological and psychological input does affect our sexual. Sorry, you guys, I'm like talking out loud, so I'm not even sure that I'm understanding. So it looks like they're accepting that
only
is part of it. I'm just curious as to. Anyway, I just feel like he's going to oversimplify the reasons as to why that piece is missing, if that piece is indeed missing, because of course he is.
Of course he is. He also, oh goodness. Okay, I found it. Ta-da! There's the thing. This is the chart he made the thing from. It's not like he said, but also he got the citation wrong. Of course he did.
Wow.
That's a shocker.
I know. So this is a journal article that came out in the Journal of Sex and Marital Therapy in 1999, but was published online in 2011. Okay, I guess 2000, whatever. But his thing here says 2001. The like the citation does not match. That's why I had to scroll down to make sure I'd found the right thing. Because a researcher will sometimes, produce different. Oh shit, this was originally supposed to be about the brain. Like whatever the fuck he made here, he rebuilt it. It's fascinating. All right, let's jump to her conclusions and see what she found out here. Am I still sharing this screen? Okay, I am.
Yes.
Based as much on the various positive non-sexual outcomes of partner interaction as on the biological urge to experience sexual arousal and release, women's sexual response merits a different model than men's. In the absence of ongoing sexual thoughts, fantasies, and the need to self-stimulate, a lack of motivation to find the necessary sexual cues and triggers to elicit responsive desire can masquerade as a true lack of female sexual desire. The different model of women's sexual response argues that it is both the absence of the markers of spontaneous desire and the inability to experience any responsive desire, which usually coincides with some early arousal to sexual cues and triggers of any sort, that constitutes true HSDD, which I assume is defined earlier up. But the TLDR is that she's saying women don't lose desire. We need to understand women's desire differently because women, and I know this is a shocker, are not men.
Yes. More than likely, if there's like an issue in your relationship, there's either, there could be something physical, like obviously like see your doctor, but there's probably just like some kind of communication issue. That's what's happened to me. That was the main factor.
So other things, right? Like, and this is one of the big differences in the neurological processing differences between males and females is men overwhelmingly, not always, but to broad brush in the same way our friend is, men have the ability to take everything on their mind, put it in a little box, and focus on what's happening right now, particularly if it's interesting or stimulating, like sex or sports ball or whatever. But only if it's interesting or stimulating. If it's not, then that will be the thing that's put in the box and something more interesting gets brought out to play with mentally, which is a neat trick. Women overwhelmingly don't do that. We have a very hard time separating because our brains are multifaceted. We can run on multiple tracks at once. And so we get used to doing that. And while it's possible to focus in the moment, we don't really take everything and blank our minds the way men can, you know? Plus
Compartmentalize?
minuses. Because on the one hand, it creates the impression that we're not necessarily as into it as men are. However, we can be focused on multiple things at once. All the various touches, the sensations, the feelings, the desires, the thoughts, the feelings of love internally. It's such a much more fulfilling experience on the woman's side of the spectrum. And also our general awareness of the area around us extends beyond like sense and warmth and color and so forth, but to other people. A man, again, broad brushing in the same fashion as our friend here, can get so involved in sex that an assassin will sneak up behind them and unalive them. This has been done many times in history, using sex as a distraction so an assassin can strike. Women are much less vulnerable to that because we maintain a situational awareness because our brains don't single track the same way.
It's hard to let go, to compartmentalize the way they do. I mean, I don't know that it's because of sex. I'm just saying for some people, it's harder to compartmentalize. So if you're not having a good relationship with your partner, there's some disconnect or, whatever's happening, you might not want that intimacy until you resolve whatever the issue might be. At least that's how it worked for me anyhow.
I mean, that I think is broadly true of the human experience. It's more of a barrier for women because of that inability to completely ignore shit and focus on the adult fun time. But yeah, like if there's something that's stressing you, you need an alternative. Is when I was little, I helped my parents build a barn. And I kept hitting my thumb with a hammer and it hurt.
Ow.
And my father said, well, the brain can only handle so much pain at a time. So if you cause more pain somewhere else, your thumb won't hurt anymore. So I dropped a rock on my foot and broke my toe. And
oh no. Literal.
Not great advice. Because that's not actually true. Maybe that's true for him. Because it's how a male brain might be wired, that you can only focus on one thing at a time. So a pain in one area detracts from pain in other areas, but that isn't true for my brain.
Right. Yeah, no.
You just got me hurting now.
When you've got that kind of pain, that kind of situation, maybe a man can take something that's bugging you, like overwhelming stress, a situation at work, an imminent threat kind of feeling, and just shove it aside and be in the moment. That's a lot harder for a woman to do. We can't get into the moment until the stressor, the source of pain, is removed. In short, if there's a thorn stabbing into our side, we can't just ignore it and have sex. It has to be removed first,
Yeah, but turn it on its head as well, because just as much as we can sense everything, like that's the beautiful thing, at least for me, about being a woman, is just everything can come alive at the same time. You can feel every single thing. You know what I mean? So it can be bad, but if you know how to use it, you can actually turn it into like the most craziest thing in the entire world. So it's really just, again, for me, it's all about that connection. But the connection has to be here. Like if I'm mad at you, like I could be mad at the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I can be mad at like ice and all that happening. As long as I have like a safety, like a refuge, that's what I need. But if I'm like mad at you, like we probably have to resolve that.
I remember my mom, she was a home economic teacher, so they had like family living. And I remember like one of the books, it was like a thing talking about basically what women were supposed to do, like not really say anything, just make sure you have your dinner ready for your husband. It's like 1960s book or like 70s. Make sure you got dinner ready for your husband and don't really talk too much because he don't want to hear that because he had a hard day at work, and be able to sexually please him when he wants. And that's basically what they But that was the book was telling
So
me.
you just get to be his servant. How lovely.
Yeah.
That's
That's basically what
fun.
it's saying. But
Sign
yeah,
me up. I want that. What the hell? God damn.
and they still want that today.
Ugh,
The
but
women
that's
ain't taking it now. They're like,
lazy. Like, come on, that just goes to show me how lazy you are. Like, do you put effort into anything? Like, is this how you do your job? Is this how you raise your kids? Is this how you put effort into your friendships, into your business? Like, come on. Like, to me, this just reads lazy and not a leader whatsoever. Sorry to rant. But
Oh,
I
no,
couldn't get attracted to that.
rants
I
are
could
always
not get
accepted
attracted
around
to
here.
that. That's
If
too
we
pussy.
don't rant, then it's not a J&J show.
Yeah.
Right?
The rants are necessary.
Must rant.
It's what we do. It's what people come here for.
Yeah, some people can. It, you know, my husband, God bless him, God love him, you know, even though I don't believe in God, and he doesn't either. He admittedly says that he struggles with doing more than one thing at a time, and I watch him do it sometimes. Like, I'll just watch him try to do.
Based on what you just said, based on what you just said, Ryan, this is a slight tangent, but it always drives me nuts because, like, my family, if they hear me say, "Oh my God," they'll be like, "But you don't believe in God."
Oh yeah, no.
It's a figure of speech.
Right. It is just a figure of speech. It has been in my speech first, I mean, 45, I don't freaking know, 6 something years, you know, like, try to take it out now. It's just, sometimes I say, oh my goddess, or whatever, like, I'll throw goddess in there for funsies, or ay Dios mío, I say that sometimes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, do we lose Ember?
What she said she'll be back.
Oh,
she did say she'd be back. My bad. I missed it.
Yeah.
I was too busy ranting about sexual desire because I feel like now that at this age, I'm having the best sex of my life, not to go on about it like too much or anything. But I really do just think that comes down to my relationship with my partner, my comfortability. Like, after getting out of, like, I'd never be like this if I was still in a cult. You know, because I'd be guilty. I'd be feeling guilty for my sexual desire. So a lot of
going to hell because I'd be saying, "Are you effing kidding me?"
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things to say.
Right? Are you effing
Do you
kidding
think the guilty feeling is supposed to increase desire? Like,
Well,
oh, I'm a dirty sinner.
I don't know. Maybe it makes the guys feel better to know that we're feeling guilty. Maybe that makes it more desirable for them.
Well, there is that whole hurting women as a turn-on thing for certain people.
Right? Right? Because I mean, the whole virgin thing. Come back to that whole virgin thing. I mean, what are you really getting other than someone's innocence? You know. And I say innocence with a quote because I don't even like. What the hell does that even? It's not even a thing.
Well,
you know,
they don't even talk about the innocence. Like, part of it is they justify it with maximum fertility and the most childbearing years in the relationship. But really, they want someone who looks like a child because they're into that.
Yeah,
true.
I won't say the word because
I also have a hypothesis on why they want virgins. Because if they get virgins, the virgins don't know they're bad in bed. They don't know that the guys are bad in bed.
That's kind of pathetic.
We are used up at our age. That's why.
Just get better.
That's fair.
Just learn some rhythm.
Like, they don't know how to get better. These are the guys they're getting their advice from. They don't know how to get better.
Oh man. Ouch. Yes, they don't want to be compared. I think that's what it is.
That's definitely part. So there, it's a multifaceted thing, but every reason is gross. Amazing.
Female sexual response. Before her work, clinicians relied on the Masters and Johnson model. Desire, arousal, plateau, orgasm, resolution. It's a straight line, and it's a pretty good model.
That it should be noted is not a straight line.
Yeah, what the hell does he mean it's a straight line? I think he got AI to write this. He had to have AI write this because what do you even mean? There's a box here. So yeah, I see a straight line because there's a box. The fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Oy.
I'm
Hi, Kelly. We love you.
Okay, here's from the same paper. Here's what's actually in the paper. As sexual tension, not arousal, but sexual tension goes up across time. You've got desire, arousal, like
Why is
arousal
that a
is
nipple?
part of the thing. You can't have arousal inside arousal. What are you doing, dude? But you got your desire and your arousal, and then there's the orgasm, and then there's the long decline of the. Now, depending on your partner, this doesn't necessarily curve this way. Sometimes it's a concave. Yeah, concave instead of convex. Like it doesn't just bloop. It can for a very long time. And in fact, here's a fun fact about women. Sometimes you can get multiple orgasms in the same encounter even. It's true.
I bet he doesn't know anything about that. I don't think he ever gave anybody multiple O's, not even himself multiple O's.
I'm not even sure he's ever given anybody one. To be honest.
Why does that look like what I think it looks like?
It does. I said, yeah.
That's what that too. I mean,
it's definitely intentional because remember the author's a woman, so she's like, I'm gonna make them publish a boobie.
Boobies.
Boobies. It says
boobies
these
over
authors
here.
also identified women with extended sexual orgasms that last many seconds, and women who experienced repeated orgasms only seconds apart. Men's minds are blown. Now, again, this is from while back. Like, this is an older research paper, but like, it's still so many men have no fucking idea. I've often said, and I will continue to say, I don't think men are having real orgasms. Men are having a squirt release kind of experience, and they're assuming that's an orgasm. But because that happens, and then their parts get all desensitized and whatnot, it robs them of the ability to have a real orgasm. I'm kind of taking that model that has been popular for decades and decades, that there's a myth of the female orgasm. I think it's a myth of a male orgasm. I think women have real orgasms. It takes work and time to get up to them. But men, they can't reach orgasm because ejaculation gets in the way and stops them on their way up the curve.
Sounds
so
painful.
Male orgasm is a myth. Yes. Ejaculation and orgasm are not the same thing.
Crazy, ain't it? Things you learn.
Well, I mean, that's my hypothesis. That's my contention. But given what we've seen from people who put some effort into separating the ejaculation from the orgasm, a lot of times it's tantric practitioners, but not always. There's other people who do something similar, and et cetera, et cetera. You run into men who are capable of multiple orgasms because they don't ejaculate. The ejaculation gets in the way of the orgasms.
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of orgasms. I don't think that people are aware of that. I don't even know if this guy who's preaching.
I was not aware of that myself. I knew what that.
Because they don't teach us.
Yeah, I did not know that. No.
They don't teach us this stuff.
Here we are doing a fucking sex ed class with 26 viewers across 5 channels. Like, there should be thousands of viewers for this kind of shit, but no. But if you out there, if you watching right now, you want to help fix that, you want to help spread this world-changing content and actually make a difference in society, use that share button. Wherever you're watching, share this stream, send it to your friends, send it to your family, send it to people you hate. Because the people you hate probably will be really pissed off about women talking authoritatively on scientific matters and leave us lots of comments, which will increase our engagement. And that helps too.
Yeah, man. There's so much. I mean, you can edge. I mean, there's so many different techniques that people use to enhance orgasms, and it just can be so amazing. I just don't know that this guy's had amazing sex. I'm sorry.
Kelly says we should just put sex right in the title. I mean, okay, so we actually are named differently on several different channels. Like one is mansplaining lust, and another is someone mansplains the naughties. Like, I don't know, for some reason, maybe we should do a study at some point. And in fact, YouTube gives us the ability to do A/B tests for titles. So maybe after the fact, we'll try with a couple custom titles. But I don't know if it allows you to actually put sex, or if you have to put S*X or something, what impact that has. That'd be something to like do a video specifically about sex and title it a few different ways and see what actually works best. It could be interesting. More science.
Do it for science.
That's right.
Please.
For men. But Basson argues that most women don't work that way, that a woman's sexuality is circular and context dependent. They're more attuned to the relationship quality, their stress levels, their mood, and whether they feel an emotional connection. All of that affects whether or not they want sex. And in long-term relationships, most women don't feel that old spontaneous hunger, but they can still respond when the conditions are right. Their desire drops in specific situations, and it can come back when the context.
See, this is just stripping women of agency. Women can only respond. They can never initiate. They never feel spontaneous desire. You have to trick them into sex. This is the American conception for the last couple hundred years.
That's how
women
it reads, though, right?
are prim and proper and never desire sex. Men have to trap women into it. Fucking hell. No, we do. We do desire sex. I mean,
yeah.
Some of us would rather have garlic bread, but sex is nice, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, this is the one thing that, like, I hate having, like, I haven't in a while, but like when I was younger, I would have to explain, like, no, I want the relationship. Like, I want to know that you actually give a crap about me and is not just trying to get me in bed before anything of that nature happens. Like, it's
sort of like with the Granny mentions aces, like the ace episode we did last week, talking about asexual people. There's a difference between libido and attraction. There's a difference between I want to get laid and I want to fuck that person in particular. You know, it's whether it's internal or external. I want to be with a person, or I just want to get railed. You know, there's a difference. It's in that video we talked about how it's sort of like hunger. There's being hungry or wanting garlic bread. You can feel both at the same time, but sometimes it's just one or the other, you know?
Exactly.
Just feels very whitewashing of our sexuality, like of our desires. You know what I mean?
It's just a lot of contradictions to me, because like men, if you're too aggressive, then it's a problem. But if you're not enough, then it's a problem.
You can't get it right.
You can't get it right. Exactly.
There's
like a jump on the
just right.
Ooh,
the Goldilocks. There's never the Goldilocks sexuality.
If you're too sexually, they'd be like, "Well, she was easy."
I know they're like, we have to get the sex. We have to get the sex, and then you give them the sex, and they're like, "Oh, too easy."
That's what I say.
Women don't know what we want.
That is my sexual.
Get out of here.
Give me some ice cream. That is what I need.
Right. Like, who says that about ice cream? Like, you go into an ice cream store and they just hand you the ice cream that you wanted without even you having to ask. And you're like, that was too easy. I don't even want it anymore. The fuck do you mean?
Shifts. Before we go down the Y path, I want to mention a great sponsor of this channel, Aura.
Oh, brother. Shut up.
Oh, well, all right. As you know, I'm going to skip through that. But while I do, let's talk about some totally real sponsors for this channel, which is actually several channels, but never mind that, because it's actually a joke. And it's also by How to Rule an Asteroid.
This bio break from Java and Jugs is proudly brought to you by today's completely real, definitely legitimate sponsors. First and foremost, caffeinated bean water. Because without coffee, skepticism becomes maybe later. Critical thinking becomes after a nap. And suddenly you're halfway through a YouTube comment wondering how you got there. Caffeinated bean water. Bitter, reliable, just like your best takes. This segment is also sponsored by Bras That Understand. Bras designed for women who sit forward into microphones, gesture aggressively while being correct, and refuse to apologize for existing in 3 dimensions. Bras That Understand, holding the line, holding everything else, too. Additional support comes from sports bras for when the conversation gets heated, because nothing escalates faster than a debate about religion, politics, or whether women are too emotional to have opinions. This break is further endorsed by adjusting your straps mid-sentence, the graceful art of fixing your situation without breaking eye contact or losing your point. Because if men can scratch and keep talking, we can adjust and continue dismantling theology. And let's not forget our community sponsor, the radical concept that women can have boobs and brains. A shocking idea to some, a daily lived reality to us. Here at Java and Jugs, we believe you can enjoy coffee and evidence, cleavage and constitutional literacy, humor and serious conversations about the systems that shape our lives. We're taking a quick bio break. That means refilling mugs, stretching legs, appeasing gravity, and preparing to come back with fresh caffeine and even fresher skepticism. When we return, we'll be doing what we do best, questioning gods, side-eyeing bad politics, and proving that women don't need divine permission, modesty lectures, or sponsorship approval to speak. Java and Jugs, fueled by coffee, supported by bras, sustained entirely by audacity and critical thinking. Stay right there. We'll be back after this completely secular, absolutely necessary pause.
Jess is so fucking good at that.
I know. I'm like, damn. That really just means
so awesome.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
All right. So hopefully we've skipped this fella. I'm sure his sponsor is a fine organization, but I don't care.
I do not care. We do not care. We do not.
we
Not
So this time, while we were backstage, I muted his screen audio so that I could skip ahead.
Yay.
Hopefully the audio didn't carry through. I didn't see anyone comment about it this time, but
no, we didn't hear it this time.
We got this nailed down. Yeah.
Men do too, but in a completely different pattern.
Okay, so men also lose interest.
Okay, what's their
cool?
pattern?
But saying everybody loses interest, well, that means my thesis that women lose interest is true. Fucking hell. But you didn't say everyone loses interest. Your thesis is women lose interest, implying that men don't, admitting partway through, a third of the way through, that men do also. Change your thesis, because that's a thing you can actually do when you're researching stuff, when you're learning stuff. You start with a thesis and then you learn something that shows your thesis is very wrong. You don't just keep going. You can adjust your thesis.
You don't want to.
And you should, because then you'll stop being as wrong.
But he has a spin, Ember.
Yeah, he starts with his conclusion and then works backwards.
I've never heard of that.
Sexual desire tends to stay pretty steady throughout early and middle adulthood. What eventually hits them is age, falling testosterone, health and performance issues. What doesn't usually slow him down is familiarity. Most men stay attracted to their long-term partner even after decades together. They can still want sex with her.
Well, that's just not true at all.
But wait, did he say the same thing when it came to women, that we can be affected by, you know, hormones, whatever, similarly as they can be at all?
Well, he's trying to make the case that women cheat more because familiarity breeds contempt, but men aren't that way. Men tend to become more loyal over the years. Why? Men never cheat on their partners. In fact, men never, leave someone they've been in a relationship with for decades for a younger woman. That never happens. It's unscientific.
Men are just the most honest.
There's a real push here in media to obfuscate the truth when it comes to women's health, women's autonomy. And this is just one more little piece of that puzzle, the way he's trying to paint us. No, the problem is the man is probably taking advantage of the relationship, and the woman is probably tired of it. I mean, I don't know why people cheat, but I would assume if she's not attracted to you, you're probably like not doing something right, bro.
It's a complex question that it's very difficult to broad brush accurately. But as we were discussing earlier with the broad brushing thing, men tend to single focus, especially on something of extreme interest like sex. Because of that, it tends to lead some men who aren't very good thinkers, who know themselves very well, to characterize women in their lives as sexual objects. Like, this is my sex toy that also makes me sandwiches. And so it's much easier to discard the relationship because that's all that person is to you. Whereas women tend to experience things multidimensionally. And so you're not just having sex, you're having sex with a person you love so much because of that time they brought you flowers in the hospital and how they've always been there. Like, all of these things contribute to the emotion in the moment. But for men, it's like bottom part feel good,
Blood rush to brain.
And then they get mad that because we feel toys are better.
Sex toys making you sandwiches is making me not hungry.
That was, what's that movie? AI, Steven, the little butt. They talk about the robots, and that's what in the future, that's what we're gonna do. Use the robots.
I don't know,
because they know how to please us. I think the movie was called AI. It was a Steven Spielberg movie, but the little boy.
Oh, yeah.
Robot, but they had like the little sex thing too, where just what women were using. They didn't really use men anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. That whole thing kind of creeps me out a little bit.
Now, here's an interesting idea. If we do reach a future where we can replicate the human mind, where we can upload ourselves into robotic brains or whatever, we won't actually have a need for gender anymore, but because or physical bodies in any form. So it's likely that either through habit or because of the way our emotional matrices are set up and whatnot, there's probably still going to be sex because there's that desire for intimacy and giving each other physical pleasure, even if we're digital brains in robot boxes. So we wouldn't necessarily have to have human-shaped bodies or even the same type of body we used to have. What do you think the odds are that future upload humans will either become entirely female because women are objectively prettier, or will stop being primate at all and turn into just like tentacle monsters that are all penises and orifices and things?
Oh no!
God. Oh God!
Not orifice monsters. I don't know if I like the sound of that, Ember. Tentacles and orifices. I don't know.
It's like maximally reproductively effective, even though we no longer need to reproduce in a biological sense. Also, would that technically mean our species is functionally extinct since we'd no longer be biologically active? Or would we go through multiple phases of life, like childhood, teenager, young adult, and that's your reproductive age? And then as your biological children start to come of age, you upload and you become the digital grandparent.
I was like, it'll be like the Matrix. At the babies do.
I don't know.
Breathing down. I'm just talking off the top of my head. Don't think about what I'm saying.
Penis is an orifice. Well, I mean, it's tentacles, but tentacles can work a lot like penises. Also cucumbers, but warm up your cucumbers first. Trust me, warm them up first.
Now that needs to go on a shirt.
Whatever
they often do, but they can also develop what you might call an.
I want supposed to be laughing like this so hard on this episode.
Well, I mean, I realize that it's important to dunk on gods and to talk about politics and whatnot, but once we can get a little distance from it and just be silly, of course we're going to talk about sex.
Of course.
Depending on the survey, about 20% of men admit to cheating on a spouse, compared to about 13% of women. Now, admit to.
Yeah, admit to is a hell of an asterisk. But also, no, it's 24% of men to 6% of women. Like,
what did he just say? Did he?
He said 26% to 13.
Huh?
Now, I can't see the bottom of the graph. It appears to be age ranges, but whatever. Yes, men self-report cheating more, but it is a self-report. But also, objectively, like, however you want to measure it. If you want to go through like divorce records, if you get rid of no-fault divorces and look at just the divorces for cause, they're almost always cheating, abuse, or both, and it's almost always the man doing that.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to cases before no-fault divorce became a legal thing, same data.
One thing you have to realize is that most women, when they do step out, it's because they're not feeling something emotional. It's not necessarily physical that they're looking for. It's they don't feel wanted anymore, feel special anymore. A lot of times. That's not the only time. A lot of times that is an issue. So that no man is the one that makes her feel special again.
Yeah, that's an important point because of the multifaceted nature of emotional connection. If you feel taken for granted, you're not going to feel as loved. Like he used to go out of his way to open doors and buy me flowers and tell me that my hair looked nice. And now he's just like, hey, babe, want to get busy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes self-reported numbers like this a little hinky, but we also clearly see this pattern in porn use. And there are multiple studies that show what we instinctively know. Porn.
What we instinctively know. It's common sense, folks.
Instinctively know.
Whatever agrees with my preconception is just common sense truth. Amazing. Great research there, Lou.
God instinctively taught me about porn.
This is the family values thing again, right? Like porn makes you cheat because it makes you want unrealistic things. Like, sure, you could have sex with an older woman who knows what she's doing, but may have some stretch marks and may have had some babies and so on and so forth. Or you could get with a hot young thing who doesn't know that you're actually kind of tiny. Fucking hell.
Oopsies. Is a man's game. At every major stage in life or relationships, men turn to porn more than women do. It's another win.
So this is again from the Institute of Family Studies, which, I mean, look at the thing. Your urine gift is urgently needed. Donate now. Like, it is literally just give us money with some extra political shit. And, you know, family studies, they're all about family values. And they're like, oh, look, the horrible men who participated in our study they're so, first of all, the graph maxes out at porn. At 50% porn use, right? So, I mean, the fact it goes 50, 40, 30, or it skips 30, goes to 20. Like, these are not real numbers. That's not like you might get 50 for one category, but to go 50, 40, 20, no, that's not how real people are. You never get statistics like that. But also, casually dating, women use virtually no porn, and men use half of the porn. Half of men use the porn. When it gets to serious dating, it drops to 40%, but for women, it goes up somehow to looks like 8%, maybe generously. And then when you get engaged, it's like as men get more serious, they use porn less. No, bestie, no. That's not how that works. This is another case of the incidence of self-report, assuming this is based on actual surveys. It's wild.
They're trying to skew something.
Mm-hmm. Like, I have a news flash. There's a lot of people who've been married for a very long time who watch porn together because they're confident in the relationship enough that they're like, hey, let's watch a spicy thing to put us in the mood. Or maybe we'll learn a new maneuver or whatever. Like, they don't see it as a threat because they trust the relationship.
Yeah, I know people that actually go to different shows, like, you know, adult dancing, men and women in their couple.
Yeah. Food porn has become more alluring. Oh, hey. I feel
it's valid as hell. And then, I mean, in fairness, that's probably hormonal changes as we age, because the things we desire, we still experience desire, but the way we desire things changes, and a lot of it has to do with hormones. Which is why when you'll see somebody go to their doctor for like a middle-age hormonal checkup or whatever, they'll find a man, diagnose him with low T, they'll find a woman and be like, oh, you're in perimenopause and your hormones are fucked, and here, let me double your birth control so you have a more controlled estrogen level. All of a sudden, you boost the hormones and people's sex drive like magic returns in full force. They're like, I feel like a teenager again, I'm virile, and ow, I hurt my back.
But he just I feel like he didn't mention that whatsoever when it came to women. And I was somebody who went to the doctor for a long time and continuously asked for like blood tests, and you know what, I thought I was asking for the right kind of test. Come to find out, they weren't testing me for any of the things that I asked them to test for. Nope, not once. And then I finally went to a different doctor and found out that I just need a little assistance. That was it. Now I'm fine, back to normal, if not better.
A surprising number of people, as I often say, HRT isn't just for trans people. More cis people use HRT than there are trans people by far. There's millions of people on HRT. So many people say they feel like themselves again. And what they mean is they feel like their youthful selves again. There's more urge, there's more desire. And it's not just for sex. It's for like doing things. It's for going dancing. It's for going walks in the park. It's for going out and seeing sunsets instead of going, I'll just stay home. You know, it's for living your fucking life. It's not for everybody. I understand. But if you're feeling that loss of who you used to be, there may be a hormonal element and you should talk to your doctor.
Yep.
Window into the same drive for something new. I mean, we're just wired differently. Men more often crave variety, even when they're still fully attracted to their partner. A man can love his wife,
so a man can be loyal and fully invested in the relationship and also want to cheat. This man's telling on himself here.
I know, like
just a little bit.
Oh,
I think
my
that's what he
goodness.
means by elephant in the
For
room.
variety, babe.
Right,
I
yeah.
just wanted to feel what someone else's downstairs felt like. That's all.
Oh, I just needed
Howdy.
variety. Sorry.
Find her sexy and still feel that tug towards something new. For him, desire doesn't fade with the relationship. It fades with his aging body instead. But women's
No, it doesn't fade with the relationship.
Irritating me now.
He's trying to make the same phenomenon for both sexes as being different things, right? Like for women, when a woman looks at another potential partner because it's a different potential partner, it's not variety, it's not escaping the stress of the everyday life with the regular partner. It's not, oh, she's still devoted, but she just wants something different for a change. No, for her, it's diminished desire. But when the man does the same thing for the same reason, it's not because he's lost his devotion, it's just for some variety. The fact he's fooling around means he loves his partner as much as ever. Obviously.
I feel like I'm being Darvoed right now so bad. It's really what I feel like.
Hell. Oh. You probably just heard my alarm going off. I have to boogie very soon to get set up for the next show.
Yeah, funny how time
for those of you who
flies.
don't know, every weekday at 11 a.m. over at my place, Better Than Ember, we do Learn Together Live, where we do what it says on the tin. We learn things together live. Holy shit. But yeah, today we're doing AI slop. We're going to review some videos and see if we can determine if they're AI and how and what that means. And it hopefully should be funny. I hope. We'll find out together for science. So make sure to join me over at Better Than Ember. And remember, you can find all of our channels at betterthanember.com under the creator tab. All of us have channels, and you should subscribe to all of them because we all do cool shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to do a little bit more of this? Because I have to go soon, but I don't have to necessarily go right now.
Hey, it's up to you.
You can just let it play and see how long it goes. We can go without before we have to stop.
Well, the problem is when I leave, so does the video.
That's what I mean. Play until we have to stop.
Okay. You know what? I can do that. I will mute myself because my grocery delivery just fucking arrived, so I have to deal with that also. So I will let it play while I go deal with the groceries, and then I will go scoot to set up the show.
All right.
Works for me.
Desire is different, and it's tightly tied to relationship dynamics and time. And as the relationship stretches on, women's spontaneous desire for that partner drops. You see it most clearly when they divorce or change partners. A woman who may have felt nothing for many years will often have those feelings completely revived with someone new. Inside of long relationships, a lot of women may not fantasize about sex or initiate out of the blue. But if the right atmosphere shows up, a date night, emotional connection, something that actually turns her on, her desire kicks in after the fact. A problem is that many women wait around for spontaneous desire that never shows up, so they stop initiating. Men end up doing all the initiating, and the whole rhythm slowly turns into him asking and her reacting. And when you add rejection into that mix, it can create real problems in a relationship. What's also interesting is that most women don't compensate by seeking novelty elsewhere. They stay faithful usually. They just want less sex. They're still emotionally invested and still loving the relationship, but sex itself drops way down the priority list. And if you want proof that this drop isn't just about men screwing things up, look at lesbian couples. Research shows that lesbian couples have the steepest decline in sexual frequency over time. There have been a lot of attempts to debunk or redefine those studies, but the numbers look consistent to me. In one well-known study, nearly half of women in relationships longer than 2 years were having sex once a month or less. Straight couples maintained a higher frequency than that, and male gay couples had the highest frequency of all. Two men together often chase variety and are more likely to open up their relationship to others. Two women together, they can slide into emotional intimacy, and it's often at the expense of sexual frequency. Straight couples,
two people who
they
aren't
tend to land
interested
somewhere in
in
the
sex
middle.
chose each
Men tend
other.
to drift outward while still wanting their partner. Women turn inward and feel less sexual when the conditions aren't right. Two different systems reacting to time in two totally different ways. Okay, so let's talk about one factor that's cited very often by people for a decline in women's sexual interest, but it needs some nuance. overload, and resentment. There's truth to it, but it's more complicated than men should do more chores to get laid. Personally, I've never met a guy who's dusted and mopped his way back into an active sex life.
Oh,
I do.
I do.
Oh, I do. I do, because that's actually like some of the stuff that I like asked for. Because
let me rephrase that. I know somebody who could have. Of course. No.
It is a
Maybe
bit
we
of
have more energy to do something if we wasn't doing all the work.
You want to feel appreciated. It doesn't necessarily just mean because, oh, I did it. It just, we want to see you doing things that we don't have to beg you to do. Oh, shoot, the dishes. Let me do. I don't want to ask you like a child to take care of the place that you live in. That's all it comes down to. When I see you doing those things, I feel like I don't have to treat you like a child, and I want to fuck you like you're an adult. I'm just saying.
We both work 40-hour jobs, and I gotta come home cook clean. When you sit down and you watch your game on TV in your chair.
Yeah,
that's so attractive.
And also part of it is respect, right? Because like it's so often the housework part gets taken for granted. But if the other partner is participating in the housework, then when you go out of your way to do something extra, like you had a few extra minutes, so you did the dishes so they don't have to later, they'll be like, oh, thank you, babe, for taking care of that for me. Whereas if they don't do any of the housework, they're just like, you didn't do the dishes, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sure that when it comes down to it, you know, communication is always like a good start, just better communication. But
always,
you know,
the one rule for relationships is fucking communicate.
Yeah, I just, this is it. Like, I don't want to F you if I have to be your mom. And that doesn't mean like I don't cook or clean or do any of those. Like, it's not that. It's just in the sphere of the relationship, the ecosystem you're in, you just want to see that the responsibility is being shared to the best of its ability. You know, that's all.
Yeah.
Like respect, you know, just like a respect thing, principle.
Exactly. I want to feel needed and appreciated.
I think we all do, don't we?
I think that all humans do, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Like that's, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who don't care if they're appreciated or not, because everybody feel every kind of thing. There's someone who feels everything you can think of. But like most people, like it works the same way in reverse, I suppose, to put myself in the other party's shoes, that like if one person has the job and the other is like the stay-at-home spouse, then you want to be appreciated for your contribution, the going out and the working thing, you know. It's or hell, if both people work, showing appreciation for the other, like, listen, I had a hard day too, I appreciate where you're coming from, let's relax together, let's you know, I don't know, get on YouTube and shred some theist nonsense. You know, whatever you find amusing.
Yeah, whatever gets you relaxed and maybe even ready to want to do something later or whatever. But I just want to, AJ said sometimes I'll be doing a show or some work and come out to my husband randomly having done the dishes or the laundry. Right? Like when my husband does like things like that, I just love it.
Can we just clone them?
Maybe I'm crazy, but I just really love it.
Yeah,
but all the good traits of y'all men and clone them so I can have me maybe
send them your way, Kelly.
You know, just
and see, like whatever your trade-off is, again, in your ecosystem, it might be one thing or another that seems odd to other people, but it's just something that you don't like to do. Some people love to vacuum. Some don't. Some like hate it. So
I don't know when, but I am gonna be talking with this couple, and they're like totally anti-feminism and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm trying to find somebody to be my partner in that situation. And you know,
I'll do it.
They're one who more so thinks that, you know, it's the old traditional way that the 60s should be the way that should be now. The women stays at
Oh,
home,
I
stuff like
have
that.
thoughts.
Yeah, me too.
I
So
have
I don't know
thoughts
when I'm
on
able
that.
to do that because of my
the
work
Woodstock
schedule.
way, the free love, and like the hate Ashbury way, the
Yeah.
bang everyone you feel like in the moment way. I mean, that can be dangerous for STI reasons, but free love is good for society, folks.
I can't wait till I talk to them on there. They have a small channel, maybe about 400 people as well. So that's going to be a good conversation we're going to have. I just want to get double teaming with somebody because they wanted me to come up by myself. I said, oh, no, I won't do that by myself.
No, I wouldn't.
Better double team
All
me.
with that.
No.
That's just.
All
But
right.
I can't
I
wait
got to
for
scoot.
that.
Y'all
I was
make sure
sitting here.
to mention where you're from because
I was
people
sitting
won't
on the
remember. Go to
side of the
betterthanember.com on the creator tab that all of us are listed. So you have to tell them where to find you and what you do. And also that we're here every week, Java and Jugs. We have our own channel, but wherever you're watching us, Mondays, 9 a.m. Eastern. So join us next time. We don't know what we're doing yet. It'll be a surprise. How delightful. All right.
I don't know till the day of.
It's always titillating.
Bye, Amber.
Bye, Amber. All right, you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for Better Than Ember coming up next. And do you have any? Oh, the Kelly popped out. Do you have anything you want to show real quick?
Not particularly. I've got anybody who watches Politicality on Thursdays on either my channel, Lil of All Trades, or the Kentucky Atheist. We are also doing a Sunday show now just to try and keep up with the news cycle.
Awesome.
I don't know what happened when Ember left. It just said bye.
Oops. Took you with her.
And then
anything you want to show real quick, Kelly, before we go?
Yeah. Tomorrow, Felicia's coming on my show, 1:00 Eastern. And then Dr. Kip is going to be on my show Wednesday.
Awesome. So make sure
the
you subscribe.
human-shaped Dr. Kip.
The human-shaped Dr. Kip.
Might be the dog. You never know. See?
Might be.
Thanks
She
for
is
joining.
sitting right here, so.
As far as me, I put out a couple of videos, long format videos. I always have shorts out.
Yeah.
But I was just talking about the TP USA and the halftime show. I'm gonna check that out because I really want to see what Kid Rock. He had a new song, which is basically just a remix because he really doesn't write his own songs ever. So I want to see what that is. So maybe I'll do a video on that later. And I want to see what Bad Bunny did because I didn't watch it because it's not.
I'm also forgot. I'm going to be on Seth's show this week as well. I don't know if it's going to be. If I was going to be
nice.
Recorded or if it's going to be live. I don't know. But yeah, that's just the plan for this week.
Awesome. All right. Well, make sure you're subscribed to. Go ahead, Lilith.
I was about to say, speaking of Seth, on his channel, Ambush Apostate, me and him have a interview coming out about Christian nationalism this week, and I'll be on Vandalia on Saturday, also talking about Christian nationalism. That's kind of become my thing.
I just got an email with Kelly supposed to be on her show Saturday. I just got that while we was in our chat. So if I'm off Saturday, I'm going to be on her chat as well. Her show.
Excellent.
A lot of stuff going on in our lives, I see.
A lot of Christian nationalism affecting our lives right now, as you can see.
Everybody's
Which is why we're talking about it. So we better skedaddle, you guys. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you. Don't forget that we'll be here tomorrow, Chris and I, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday. And you can also call in now. How fun. All right, you guys. Love you so much. Thank you for being here. We'll see you.
Hey, everybody.